Hello, hello, beloveds. Hello, and welcome to a new week. Welcome to this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. My name is Abigail Mensah-Bonsu. I am the CEO and founder of the Moon Goddess Publishing, Moon Goddess Academy, and the Moon Goddess Circles. Shall we begin? So before we even go into any details about this week's energy, let's go ahead and get centered immediately because we are starting this week with the energy of the new moon in Cancer. So let's go ahead and just get into our heart space and see what comes in immediately. So close your eyes, taking a deep breath in and out. I want you to use your breath and pull your energy into your heart. Imagine you have this energy ball in your forehead that represents your mind, and go ahead and drop that energy ball right into your heart. And the way I always imagine my heart receiving is that my heart is like a flower and it opens up, receives the ball, which is my mind, and then it wraps around it beautifully. So go ahead and allow your heart to open up and receive your mind, receive your thoughts, so that the balance of the mind and the heart can come into form. And from this place, go ahead and call in your higher self to join in the party in your heart. Call in your divine team to come and stand behind you and all around you. And then imagine, see, sense, or feel this beautiful pillar of light coming down, straight down into your head, through your head, coming all the way down and anchoring into your heart. And then continuing all the way down into the center of the earth. Allow this pillar of light to begin to expand so that now it's all around you and you stand in the center of this pillar of light. And from here, bring your awareness to the base of your spine and the bottoms of your feet. Go ahead and allow your roots to descend into the earth until it reaches the center of the earth, where you will see the Divine Mother's matrix, heart matrix. However that looks like, it might look like a giant ancient tree. It might look like a lake, right? It might look like a flower. Whatever that looks like, it might look like a ball of light. Whatever that looks like, go ahead and plug into the heart of the Divine Mother and begin to receive her blessings, her nourishment, her support, her love, her light. And drink it up through your roots, bring it all the way up through your roots, through your legs, just bring it up and let it anchor into your heart. And from there, it mixes in with the energies from your higher self and the Divine Father, and it explodes out and create a beautiful bubble of light around the pillar of light. So you should be able to see, sense, or feel yourself standing at the center of a cylinder of light, right? That is connecting you to above and below. And then around that cylinder is a beautiful, glorious, crystalline bubble of light. And breathe. And from this place, go ahead and just open up to receive the messages that are here to support you this week. This week is really about nourishing, really paying attention to the things that make us who we are, that make us feel good. And that is our home, our family, our friends, and our hearts, our emotions. These are all highlighted this week. And because of this, we have the beautiful animal guides, the animal kingdom coming in to support us this week. So go ahead and ask which of these beautiful animals, these power animals, are here to support me this week, are here to mentor me this week, are here to teach me this week. 1, 2, or 3. Once you receive your number or numbers, taking a deep breath in and open your eyes, ready to receive. So like I was saying, the new moon in Cancer was on Saturday, and it was a very beautiful one. Perhaps I felt it more because I was in nature. We went camping for my husband's birthday, and we went to the sand dunes, the sand dune area, and it was because it was the new moon. Like you could see the Milky Way in the sky. It's as if someone just threw up a ton of diamonds in the sky. Like there was so many stars, and you could see the planets in there. Like it was so magical, and I just felt more connected to nature. The whole time I was there, I was dancing with the dragonflies. Like there were dragonflies just everywhere. And then towards the end, the butterflies came in just swirling around me. Like it was beautiful. And then, when we hiked to the waterfall, every time we went to the waterfall, just playing in there with my feet. I mean, it was really cold. This is like mountain, snow, mountain, water. So it's cold. I'm in Colorado, so it's cold. But, it was such a hot place. It's like, the sand dunes is right there. So it's almost like desert conditions. So by the time you hike up to the waterfall, it's like you're entering like an air-conditioned room, right? And it feels so good. And you can just put your feet in the water or splash. And I even baptized myself in the water. Like I felt like it was more of a blessing. Usually when I go in the mountains and I baptize myself, sometimes I'll use it to cleanse whatever might be in the way, to give me clarity. And this time it felt more like a blessing. Like I just kind of put it over my head and I just opened up to receive it. And I wiped, I rinsed, or I should say like splashed my chest with it, my neck, the back of my neck, my arms. I washed my face with this crystalline pure water. And I just connected with it. And there was one time my husband is like sitting on a log in the river, which is beautiful. It is so beautiful. And this bird just like, it was so close to him, it just kept flying like next to him, like just, I was like, well, there you go. The bird has a message for you. But it was so glorious. And even while we were sitting in the river, the butterflies were coming in to dance with us. So I'm really excited to have these animal guides come in this week to support us. So I want you to open up to receive. So are you ready? Let's just dive right in. So if you received number 1, your animal guide, let me just go ahead. Where are you? There we go. Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That came in earlier. Okay, are you ready to receive this? This is a powerful power animals. This is one of my power animals. So if you receive card number 1 or number 1, you are walking with a jaguar this week. So this is going to be a powerful week for you, right? It's about, before I even read the message for you, it's about stepping in your powers, owning your shit, right? Independence, prowess, right? So let's see what this beautiful power animal has in store for you. Here's a little story. Since the death of Sky God, the godlike being who had come from the stars and led Maya to prosperity and a golden era of spiritual understanding, his teachings of love, integrity, impeccability, and the power of a compassionate heart had been of his jaguar teachings had degenerated to where the priests were sacrificing human beings, foolishly cutting out the victim's heart to reclaim the power of the golden days of the empire. Forgotten was the misdeeds and abuses of power had diminished the spirit of Maya and needed to be sacrificed for the survival of the people. The priest who had abused the authority and power bestowed on them quaked in fear, knowing that the day of reckoning had come. Jaguar brought justice by stalking their dreams and devouring their fragrantly dishonorable and greedy misdeeds. Jaguar medicine is integrity and impeccability. Right there. Jaguar medicine, the medicine that Jaguar is bringing you this week is about integrity and impeccability. Its mission is to devour the unclean aspects of human behavior. Jaguar teaches us the penalties of inappropriate behaviors and offers the rewards of good medicine to those who stand in their personal integrity and walk through life in an impeccable manner. If Jaguar is roaming your dream or reality this week, its primal roar may be rewarding you for maintaining your integrity in some situations where you could have easily misused your authority. You may have been unwilling to pass judgment on another or to be self serving. Were you especially kind to someone or do a good deed that was unexpected? If so, allow the recognition to fill you, to fill, let's see here, to fill you with feelings of well-being and continue to serve with compassion and open-hearted integrity. Do not falter in your resolve to be your personal best at all times. Maintain your dignity, devotion, and compassion. Hold into forthrightness and honesty, no matter what the contrary influences. Do not feed any self-important need to be an enlightened one, treating others in a self-righteous manner. Jaguar medicine teaches you that personal integrity allows for mistakes, embraces forgiveness, and humbly makes self-directed corrections, allowing a rebalanced spirit to triumph once again. I'm going to read that last part because if there's anything you get from this message, that last part summarizes everything about Jaguar medicine for you this week. Jaguar medicine teaches you that powerful integrity allows for mistakes, embraces forgiveness, and humbly makes self-directed corrections, allowing a rebalanced spirit to triumph once again. Become impeccable, use integrity, and you will thrive. Become impeccable, use integrity, and you will thrive. Jaguar. And here is like the affirmation or prayer or mantra you can use throughout the week to really connect with Jaguar. Now, when I'm working with these power animals, I always ask, I don't want to see you like in person, okay? I want you just stay where you are, but I would love to see your picture, like show me reminders in a way that I don't have to like be face to face with you, because we know in the wild you're different, but you are more than welcome to come in my dreams, right? And Jaguar being its energy loves to already be in dream time. So I want you to pay attention to what is coming up in your dream this week, okay? Especially with the new moon energy too. We're just in a very emotional, very watery energy. So it would be perfect to really pay attention to your dreams. So here's the affirmation or mantra that comes with Jaguar medicine. Sacred Jaguar, teach me to wear my power lightly, to walk with impeccability, to approach life with compassion, and to live up to the integrity of my human potential. Sacred Jaguar, teach me to wear my power lightly, to walk with impeccability, to approach life with compassion, and to live up to the integrity of my human potential. Aho, aho, aho. Jaguar. Beautiful. So if you were drawn, or if you received card number 2, let's see here. Oh yeah. That's fine. Where did it go? There we go. Hello. So if you received card number 2 this week, you're walking with the beautiful swan. The beautiful swan. And this is also another powerful totem. This is another one of my core power animals. Actually, both the jaguar and the swan are part of my circle. And the jaguar, for me, I have the black jaguar, which is a panther, right? So it's really cool that they're both showing up very strongly for us. And I've been feeling like the energy of the cat like all week, you know, very interesting. But card number 2, you are walking with the swan and receiving swan's medicine. So here is the story and the message from beloved swan. Little swan flew through the dream time, looking for the future. She rested for a moment in the coolness of the pond, looking for a way to find the entry point to the future. This was a moment of confusion for Swan, as she knew that she had happened into the dream time by accident. This was her first flight alone, and she was a bit concerned by the dream time landscape. As Swan looked high above Sacred Mountain, she saw the biggest swirling black hole she had ever seen. Dragonfly came flying by, and Swan stopped him to ask about the black hole. Dragonfly said, "Swan, that is the doorway to the other planes of imagination. I have been guardian of the illusion for many, many moons. If you want to enter here, you would have to ask permission and earn the right." Swan was not so sure that she wanted to enter the black hole. She asked Dragonfly what was necessary for her to earn entry. Dragonfly replied, "You must be willing to accept whatever the future holds as it is presented without trying to change Great Spirit's plan." Swan looked at her ugly little duckling body and then answered, "I will be happy to abide by Great Spirit's plan. I won't fight the currents of the black hole. I will surrender to the flow of the spiral and trust what I am shown." Dragonfly was very happy with Swan's answer and began to spin the magic to break the pond's illusion. Suddenly, Swan was engulfed by a whirlpool in the center of the pond. Swan reappeared many days later, but now she was graceful and white and long-necked. Dragonfly was stunned. "Swan, what happened to you?" he explained. Swan smiled and said, "Dragonfly, I learned to surrender my body to the power of Great Spirit and was taken to where the future lives. I saw many wonders high on the Sacred Mountain, and because of my faith and my acceptance, I have been changed. I have learned to accept the state of grace." Dragonfly was very happy for Swan. Swan told Dragonfly many of the wonders beyond the illusion. Through her healing and her acceptance of the state of grace, she was given the right to enter the dream time. So it is that we learn to surrender to the grace of the rhythm of the universe. This is my card, by the way, and I'll tell you why in a second. So it is that we learn to surrender to the grace of the rhythm of the universe and slip from our physical bodies into the dream time. Swan medicine teaches us to be at one with all planes of consciousness and to trust in Great Spirit's protection. If you received Swan, it ushers in a time of altered states of awareness and of development of your intuitive abilities. Swan medicine have the ability to see the future. Swan medicine people have the ability to see the future, to surrender to the power of Great Spirit, and to accept the healing and transformation of their lives. The Swan card is telling you to accept your ability to know what lies ahead. If you are resisting your self-transformation, relax. It will be easier if you go with the flow. Stop denying that you know who is calling when the phone rings. Pay attention to your hunches and your gut knowledge and honor your female intuitive side. Notice your surroundings and touch the earth with your feet, hands, and or both. Focus on one reality or the other. If you're being called to visit Dreamtime, stop what you're doing and be still. Enter the silence and empty your mind of chatter. Be receptive and open so that the message may enter your consciousness. If you're just preoccupied, daydreaming, or spacey, you need to focus on doing some physical activity. Use the reasoning side of your brain to make a list of what you need to do next. And this will stop the clutter in your mind that may be causing the confusion. Swan medicine. And here's the affirmation that you can use to call in this powerful totem, animal totem, to be with you throughout the week. Swan, the power of woman, entering sacred space, touching future, yet to come, bringing eternal grace. Swan, the power of woman, entering sacred space, touching future, yet to come, bringing eternal grace. Aho, aho, aho. All right, if you were drawn to card number 3, this card is very special. Here is your card. Let me show you first. As you can see, there is no animal showing in the card. Here is your invitation if you received card number 3. In order for you to practice being in tune with nature and your animal guides, which are who are showing up for you at this moment, your invitation is to look around you and see which animal is coming to you, physically coming to you. So for example, I was telling you at the beginning how during the campaign, like at some point I was dancing with the dragonflies, and then the butterflies, the monarch butterflies came through. And even today, when I was watering the garden, the monarch butterfly came through again, just flying around me. And so I know for me, the monarch butterfly is one of my totems this week, like one of my power animals this week. So I'm going to be working with dolphin is a power animal for this month for me. And then each week, a power animal comes in for me. And for me, I don't even pull a card unless I am guided to, but all I do is just step outside and see what comes to me. It can be a physical animal, especially if it is like an animal like the jaguar. I don't want to see a jaguar in my backyard, right? So something like that will be like, I'll be guided to pull a card and it will show up. But if it is like a butterfly, if it is a dragonfly, if it is a bird, all of those can be shown to you. If it is a cricket, if it is an ant, all of that can be shown to you by you just being in tune with nature. So if you were drawn to card number 3, you've been out of tune with nature for a while. You're being asked to pay attention to which animal comes in to support you through this week. What animal is showing up for you in your environment? So go outside on your porch, go outside on your grass, go sit underneath a tree and open yourself up to receive what animal wants to show up for you. And then I want you to come back and share with me which animal showed up for you. Which animal showed up for you? Once you post that, once you share that with me, I will share its medicine for you. I will share its medicine for you. So go outside, be open to receive the wisdom of the animal. Come back and share it with me, and I'll share with you its wisdom. Beautiful. I smiled when I saw this card because, it is a big invitation for all of us, right? So this week, make sure that you spend some time in nature, really connecting with nature. Go for a hike. If you can, go camping in nature, or just simply step outside. Go to your backyard, taking some deep breaths in, sit in the grass, or just walk barefoot on the grass, or touch the trees. But the key is to open up to receive what message this beautiful nature around us, this earth around us, has for us. If more people listen to nature, we would be so balanced that I believe conflicts will go away. We would learn how to heal ourselves easily and rapidly. We would rise above any challenges that show up, right? We will learn to co create and thrive and be abundant. So, really use this week to tune in to see what message nature has for you. All right, my loves, thank you for receiving this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. Stay in your heart, from my heart to yours, as always. Until next time, bye.